All right, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Average Money Works. Basically, this channel here is to show you guys how you can enter the stock market without needing a lot of money. I know most people think in order to get in the stock market, you need, thousands and thousands of dollars. You need some type of inheritance given to you, money passed down, all that type of stuff. But I'm here with this channel to basically show how I plan on using money to generate income, pay off bills, create financial freedom. And this is basically just my documentation of my own journey. So before I begin, none of this is a recommendation. None of this is financial advice. Like I had said, this is just me documenting my own journey towards my own financial goals and my own financial freedom, and using this platform to document that and to share it with everyone so you guys can follow along with me. You can see how it works, how things work, different ways you can use the stock market. And yeah, so I didn't make a video last week. Something came up, so I was busy all day. Didn't get a chance to make a video over the weekend either. So a recap of last week, going back on my Excel spreadsheet, I had opened up a put option on MGM. So I was in Space. I had 100 shares, but I sold them because some news came out about Space. And if I go back to look at Space right now, it's trading at $18.58. And when I was in Space at the time, it was up around 21. It was around $22 to $23 a share. So it went down significantly. So I just didn't like holding it for that long or whatever reason. It just goes up and down a lot. If I look back on Space, the moves are pretty drastic. So I wanted something more stable, something I don't have to look at all the time or wonder what it's going to do. And if it does go up a lot, like a nice run, it's not even that much. Like this one, this was back in July. It was at $14.85. Then it gapped up, and basically for the last 2 months, it's been between $20.50 and like $24, around $24. So $4 move over 2 months. I like it. Plus, I like going to Vegas. So MGM, you want to invest in stocks that you basically invest in yourself. So, if you have Apple products and you're an Apple guy, investing in Apple would be that's a move that you would want to do. But you need a lot of money to do one of the option strategies that I do with Apple. So with MGM being at $21.71, I need at least $2,000 around in order to be able to do this with MGM. And the reason why it's $2,000 and not this is because if I go to options on MGM and I go to sell puts, basically what I'm doing is naming my price, saying I don't want to buy 100 shares of MGM for more than this price. So if you only have $1,900 or $1,800, then you can still do this strategy. You're just not going to get that much money up front. So the closer you are to the actual share price, the more money you'll make. So last week I sold a put on MGM, and the put was $21. So what happened was, if I go back to MGM, scroll down to my history. So I sold a put of $21 MGM and I got $20 for it. And last week the market went down so much that it was below $21 on Friday. So I had to buy 100 shares right here for $2,100. So $2,100 of my buying power got used to purchase 100 shares. Now I own 100 shares of MGM, and right now MGM is trading at $21.69. So I'm currently up 69 cents or $69 on MGM. And the reason why is because I have 100 shares. So you multiply everything by 100. So a 9-cent move in the stock would be a $9 move for me. And basically I had a feeling it was going to, come back up. It was one of those weeks. And I didn't think it was going to drop, but definitely not below 19. So I think it has the potential to come all the way back up here to $23 at least. So what I want to do is, now that I own 100 shares, I'm going to sell them. And today's November 3rd, election day. So everyone's got their thoughts and opinions on what the market's going to do tomorrow, the day after election day, or at least after the results come out on who becomes our next president. So I want to take advantage of this run up because I'm not sure if it's going to continue to run up after the results come in, which should be before Friday. A lot of people are saying it's going to drop. So if it does, you can say, okay, I'd be okay selling it at the same price that I got it at and make no money on the shares, but I made $117 right now today. And then if I have to sell them, this is all the money I make. If I don't have to sell them, then I just made $117 and still got to keep my shares. So you can kind of pick and choose what you want to do. It all depends on, multiple factors, but just to put it into perspective for you guys, don't look at this number right here to determine which option you get, because let's say I sell them for $22, right? So 2,200 minus the 2,100 that I used to buy them, that's $100 that I'm gonna make selling it here, plus the $61 that I got paid up front right here. So I made $161 off of this play if I have to sell it. And the only time I'd have to sell it is if the share price is above 22. Let's say I wanted to do this one because I'm looking at this right here and this is more than this. So if I have to sell them at $21.50 and I bought them at $2,100, that's a $50 gain plus this $86 that I got up front. That's $136, right? $136 for this one, or $161 for this one. You make more money for selling your shares at a higher price even though you got paid less here. So just for me, I'm going to be more concerned about what I sell them at. I don't want to go too high up, like, oh yeah, it'd be great to sell it up here, but if I don't think it's going to reach that price, I'm just going to be doing this for a long time and holding these shares forever. And it's okay. Everyone has their own trading strategies and plans. If I want to keep 100 shares of MGM, that's great. I could, because they also pay dividend. It's not that great of a dividend, but basically I get paid money for holding shares of MGM. So I get paid 3 ways. I get paid a dividend 4 times a year. Then I get paid option premium for selling, and I get paid for selling my shares at a certain price. So the way that MGM's been going up, I do think it has the potential to go up here, but because this is election week, if this wasn't election week, I'd definitely be trying to sell my shares up here at an expensive price, at like $22.50 or even $23 per share, because the way that this looks, it's gonna go right back up there easy. But because this is election week and everyone's expecting the market to drop after the results come out, it does have the potential to drop. I do still want to make money on this play, so I'm gonna go ahead and just sell them at $22. So I'm going to put them on sale basically for $22. So I'm going to do that right now for you guys to watch it happen live. And as you can see, I have $2,300 of buying power. So you'll be able to see this exact amount go right into my buying power. So make sure I'm on sell calls. These expire this Friday, so I only have to wait 3 days for this to happen. Let me go to sell, continue. I'm only selling one contract because I have 100 shares. You can name your price on this as well. So if I wanted to make $65, I could put 65 here on my limit price, and my order will just sit there until this reaches that number. If it never reaches that number, I won't get filled. But if it does reach that number or goes above it, I will end up getting filled, which is good because I'll be able to make the amount of money that I want to make here. And then if I sell it, I make the amount of money that I don't make here as well. So that's one of the greatest things about this, is you can name your price. So you're not just out here, like on Craigslist or anything like that, where you have a price, but people will try to bargain with you. There's no bargaining here. You just set your number. But for me, I'm trying to get filled right now. $61. Even if I have to sell my shares, like I said, I get paid $100 on top of it. If not, I just made a free $62, and then I get to do this again next week. So let's put this at 60. Let's try to do 62 and see what happens. So I'm selling my shares, collateral's 100 shares. So the order's placed. I'm gonna replace this and try to do 61 instead. I'm cool with $61. That's one thing about Robinhood too, is like you don't get filled. When you're trying to sell contracts, you don't normally get filled unless you're at the lower half. And then when you're trying to buy contracts, you don't normally get filled unless you're towards the higher half. So that's where you lose a lot of money with Robinhood versus doing it like on Thinkorswim or something like that. So I'm trying to get $61, putting my 100 shares on sale for $22. So let's see what happens here. All right, I got filled. So if I look at my buying power, $2,360 now and 98 cents. So not quite 61 exactly, but I'll just round it to 61 basically. So that's basically what I'm doing. Let me go ahead and put this in my Excel spreadsheet. All right, ticker is MGM. Down the wheel, I think that's on here. Today's date is November 3rd. Got one contract. The expiration date is the 6th of November. Strike price 22. I'll put the dollar sign in front of it. And the credit that I got was $61. All right. So $61 this week in the stock market, regardless of what happens with MGM. So that's beautiful. That might be the only move I make. I don't think I'm going to do any iron condors or credit spreads just because the market is super uncertain right now. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Like I said, a lot of people are expecting it to go down, but it's been rallying today. So who knows? I don't want to take that risk. It's a high risk move. And we're not here to be risky. We're here to make money. If I wanted to risk money, I would just go to the MGM right now and go play some blackjack or something like that. But I'm trying to make money, trying to build my financial freedom. So I'm in the stock market and this is how I'm doing it. So if you guys have any questions on what I did just now or how this works or how to get started, leave a comment down below. I'll make sure to put that in my next video and I'll see you guys at the end of the week. All right. Have a nice day.